Hello my peeps, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I did not post on Friday because I was really sleepy and exhausted. I was actually going to do a YouTube video, but my mom was like, girl, get some rest. So then I got some rest and it was quite a bit of rest. But anyway, again, welcome back if you are not new, but if you are new, remember if you are new, welcome to my YouTube channel. Y'all, I am like a hot mess right now, so bear with me here. Wait. Crap. Okay. There's this globe that I have, and it's pretty cool or whatever, but it was not in the position that I needed to be in. Anyway, I hope you guys are staying safe and having a great day. Remember, if you are not having a great day, that is always okay too. Hope you guys are wearing your masks, social distancing, all that good jazz. But let's get that out of the way. Now, I remember telling you guys that somewhat of the schedule was going to be zoo, walkthrough and all that kind of jazz. Then the special story that I was going to tell you guys that happened at the zoo, and also a video where it is an actual overall review of the zoo. So, this video is the story of what happened at the zoo. So, how do I want to say this? Okay, so I kind of experienced, but first off, we need to take a moment, y'all. And it is, I wanted to show you guys this. This is the sign for Libra. And if you guys do not know, it is that time of the year, not the time of the month, but the time of the year where it is about us Libras. The best sign. Well, I mean, I think it is. Because I feel, I'm just saying. But in case you guys didn't know, I hope you guys have watched this video, obviously, because now you know that it's the time of the year of the Libras and we are amazing signs. Anyway, back to the story. So, I don't know if you guys know this. I think you guys should kind of get the gist of it, but it was me and 5 other people. We kind of migrated together. Because it's kind of a weird kind of way in which we did it, where we all had all the students that was going to be at the zoo on the zoo trip had to meet in this building on campus. And so there was the table that I walked towards. It was these 2 girls that had knew each other already. And then there was this one other girl that was on the other side of the table, and they were already sitting, and I was like, hey, can I sit here? And they were like, sure. And then I recognized the 2 people that was already, the 2 girls that was already sitting there. So I was like, okay, random question, but are you guys in Rhodes, which is one of the clubs that I'm in or whatever? And they said, yeah. And it was like, you are too, right? I said, yeah. I was like, I thought I recognized you guys, so I just wanted to double check. And so then us 4 kind of started joking around or whatever. Cause then it was a whole situation. And so then we kind of started talking and we were good. And then this other girl, she comes in, she walks in, she sits down, and we get to know her, and so now it's us 5 girls. And then we get to the zoo, and then we had a certain period of time where we got to sit down and eat some food or whatever, and this dude, he's obviously part of the trip with us, but he had asked if he could sit here, and we were like, sure. Mind you, he had already known the other girl also, so it was as a collective, each individual person didn't know each individual person. It was like some knew this person knew that, and then like we just all ended up being a group together. And so so that's like the long drawn out backstory of how we ended up in the group. So then we like started like hanging out, and we were touring or walking the zoo together. And we approach a building, and during the time, because obviously we're outside at the zoo, I just wear my mask inside or outside. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily big deal if like it was just me by my lonesome, I guess. But we were like we obviously weren't 6 feet freaking apart, so I just kept my mask on, inside and outside, but they kept theirs off. Again, they were outside. It's to each his own in that situation. And so they didn't have their mask on. So we approached this building, and we walk inside. We were in that building. It was like a really small building. Like there was like maybe like one like I don't want to say artifact, but animal or whatever in there. But a majority of what you probably wanted to see was you had to go through the building to get to the other outside area. And so as we're walking towards there, we're literally, as we were walking to go outside to the other part, because there wasn't any other way you could get to it. You had to go through into this building to get to the other outside area. And as we're walking to go outside to the other area, a staff member was talking to this woman and said, which is kind of interesting because this person, I'm going to call her Karen because that's what it was. It was like my first encounter with the Karen, really. I mean, not directly, but that's what it was. This Karen, she was like, are masks required in here? Because I guess, like, the staff member had said, you know, masks are required inside, but they're not required outside. And so, as we're walking, like, half of the group, 3 people, was already outside, and we were still, like, walking outside. And she was like, but they're not wearing their mask, so why is it like an issue? And so we left out, and that's what the last of we heard of it. We got to the outside area, and it was like the animal or whatever wasn't even like there or available. And so the people in my group, remember, I just kept my mask on. So before we went back inside to go to exit out, they put their mask on. All of them put their mask on because they were like, oh, it seems like it's an issue. And so they were doing, I mean, it is what it is, like I said, to each his own, but like to fix the problem, they put their mask on, and then we walked back inside to exit out of the place, and she is saying they are not wearing masks, or they weren't, or whatever. And the lady was like, well, ma'am, they're wearing masks now, and they're literally going back outside. They're not staying in, ma'am. And she was like, but they weren't wearing masks. And we're like, none of us really wanted, I mean, this woman is like 40, in her 40s. And you have us, for the most part, around 19, 20-ish. So, like, and we're like, I guess you could classify us as, like, I don't want to say nerds, but we're pretty, like, excitable, but, like, chill. It was kind of interesting how we ended up finding each other, because we all kind of had, like, the same personality. Like, we were, like, so excited and, like, so happy to, like, see all these animals and things like that, even though we've probably seen all these animals before, but, you know, we're big kids. We were like so excited to see everything and things like that. But we were like, we don't want a conflict in the zoo. But anyway, and we're walking outside right now. And she's like, but they weren't wearing masks. And she was like, ma'am, they're walking outside now. It still doesn't, you still need to wear a mask, ma'am. And she was like, I want to speak to your supervisor or something like that. And she was like, ma'am, like, these group of kids are leaving right now, but we do ask that you wear a mask. And she was like, I want to speak. And then she kept saying, like, ma'am, it's like they have left now or whatever. And she was like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to wait for your supervisor. I'm going to wait right here. And that's pretty much all we like had like heard about her situation or whatever before we were like completely out of the building. We were like, as a group, we were like, okay, we don't really have time, because like we were like really pressing for time because we were trying our best, like trying to see everything before the time ran out or whatever. And we were like kind of like just like talking to each other and saying like, ma'am, you're literally wasting your time and causing more of an issue than there needs to have been. So like, it's like, obviously, lady, when you had said something, the other people in my group heard you. That's why you've seen them all putting on their masks. Well, you've seen them already have their masks on when they came back inside to go outside. So you see that you see that they heard that there was an issue, and then they decided to resolve the issue by doing, because they weren't aware of it, but they're like, as soon as they heard, like, yes, masks are required inside but not outside, they put their mask, like, lady, like, you can stand there all day, like, now you're wasting your time, and depending on how much you've seen, you are wasting your money too, because when the zoo closes, they're not going to care if you freaking wasted time, because, like, what did you think was going to get out of that? Like, it doesn't change what they're asking people to do, which is to wear your mask. So it was just kind of like, what the heck? You are like making this, and like the staff members, because it was 2 of them or whatever, they were like no older than us. And to be honest with you, I actually think that they were even, because we're like 19, 20, like I said, or around the age, the realm of that. So I actually think that they were even younger than us. So it's like, you're causing like so much stress on these like 2 young people, really young people, about a mask policy that they're just like doing their best to enforce. They can't catch every single person that walks in without a mask. But it's like, why would you like even do that? Like, why be part of the problem? Be part of the solution, people. That's what my mom always taught me. Like I said, don't be part of the problem. Be part of the solution. Like, you can't cry over spilled milk, lady. Like, they have their mask off inside of a building. Like I said, like, I'm not saying that, you know, it is what it is. Everyone's entitled to how safe they feel with a mask on or without a mask on, inside or outside. That's like, that's up to them. But I am saying that, lady, like, what is this going to solve? The group of us have left. You're causing problems and putting a wrench in these 2 young ladies' day. And depending on who the supervisor is, now it's like you're causing an issue there over a mask. Like, lady, the amount of time that you are taking to wait for these people and go over why you have to wear a mask inside of a building, the amount of time that is taking you could have already did your little roundabout, looked at the one little thing that was in the glass, walked out there to see that there was not even an animal out there, and then came right back in to go through back outside where you can take your mask off. Like, lady, I don't know. But that was like my first Karen encounter. maybe it's not exciting to you guys. I don't know. I wasn't really like upset about it. It was kind of comical. But when people do things like this, it's like, do you guys even like know that you're like the amount of time and energy you're wasting on this issue could have been used some, I don't know. That's just me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like, comment, share, subscribe. If you didn't like the video, you can always dislike it as well. Remember, y'all, it is not a death sentence. You are not signing your life away if you guys subscribe to my channel. I promise y'all, you're not signing your life away, okay? So please subscribe. Again, hope you guys have a great day. Remember, if you guys are not having a great day, that's always okay too. And remember, my peeps, stay safe, social distance, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.